Welcome back to KR Couch, episode 3. Today I'm going to be rating all of my hyperfixations I've ever had, which I just spent the last 10 minutes. It was pretty easy to come up with a list of 23 things, which is crazy because that's almost one per year that I've been alive, and obviously I was not a baby hyperfixating on things. Well, I probably was, actually. I just didn't know. So these are in no particular order. I was going to try to do it in order of time. They just overlap a lot. There are some that are kind of come and go over years. So it's how am I supposed to do that? I can't. We're just gonna go for it, okay? I could honestly try to go backwards. No, that's too complicated. I'm just gonna go in the order that I wrote them down. So the order that I thought about them. Which honestly, what prompted this was thinking about getting back into sewing. It was my first year of college, so it was during COVID, and I couldn't really leave the house, and I was like, what do I do with my life? I decided to buy a sewing machine for $30, I think. It wasn't very expensive. And then I just got some cheap fabric. I don't even know where from. No clue. And decided to try to make a shirt, or I would take shirts that I already had that I didn't wear, that didn't fit me, and try to remake them, revamp them. It was, I give sewing a 7 out of 10, okay? And the worst part was that at the time I lived in an apartment and with a roommate, and I was in school and working full time. So the only time that I had to sew was at night, and it's loud. I don't know if it's just because I had a cheap sewing machine. I've never had a nice one. So maybe nicer ones are quieter, but mine was so loud, and it was on a desk that was kind of shaky. So it shook the whole desk, and it was so loud. Okay, so I really couldn't do that. And I can't hand sew a whole garment. Okay, that would take 10 years. I say that as, later we'll get to knitting and crocheting, which really does take 10 years. But sewing is it was easy to learn the basics. I did love that. I already knew a little bit. My grandma had taught me some. But there's so much to learn. It gets so complicated to actually make a garment, know what stitch to use for what fabric you're using and what needle to use, and I don't know. That's a whole nother world that I could get into. Maybe, in a couple of years when I have money to buy a nice sewing machine, and maybe when I live in a house where I won't be disturbing my neighbors or roommates. Because I live in an apartment again, and I don't want to be disturbing my roommates when I want to sew at 1 a.m, Oh, and then I can get nice fabric too, because I don't want to make stuff out of shitty fabric and then have shitty things. Of course. On the hand sewing note, I did like hand sewing. I should have figured out earlier that I would have liked crocheting and knitting, but I knew it was a thing, but I didn't really know anything about it at all whatsoever, because my great grandma liked to crochet. She made a bunch of clothes and stuff for us when I was little, but she stopped doing that a long time ago. She was doing that when I was 5. I don't really remember, and obviously I didn't really learn anything from her. I didn't get into crocheting until my last year of college, actually. I'm gonna go with crocheting next. And I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10, okay? I still love to crochet. As you can see, these are my crochet projects right here that I'm working on right now. One's a gift, one is for me. It's kind of how I tend to do it. Crocheting is awesome, okay? It's time consuming, but not as time consuming as knitting, which we'll get there. I really like crocheting because it was I want to say it was kind of a steep learning curve, but then it's then you can kind of improve gradually. You can learn one thing at a time and progress slowly and do more complex projects as you move on. You can make a blanket with a half double crochet and nothing else. You can make things and using simple stitches and still make it cute, simple increases, decreases with a single crochet can make something really cool. Well, if you learn how to do a magic circle, which I don't really understand the magic circle hate. There's 20 million different ways to do it, so watch different videos and find a way that makes sense to you, but I don't love them. They're not easy, but they're not impossible like some people make them seem. I don't know. No hate on magic circles. Okay, they're useful. I think my favorite thing about crocheting is the pride you can take and saying that you made something. I don't have an example of anything because unfortunately, because of my kitties, I am mule, perfect timing. I had to throw away everything that I made over the first half a year that I was crocheting. Okay, don't eat my pen. Thanks. You can't see him, but he's laying in the chair by my legs and trying to eat my pens and my paper. But I have a sweater in my closet. I'll probably just insert a picture of it. I don't want to go get it right now. It's it's so awesome wearing something and someone being oh, I like your sweater. And I'm just like, yeah, I made it. And they're like, oh my God, that's so crazy. You're so talented. And I'm like, thanks. I really appreciate it. Put a lot of time and effort into it. So, because it's time consuming, but it's very nice and calming. It's like, it's a nice relaxing hobby. Like, it's not stressful. I could just like put on a podcast and crochet for hours. I mean, if my hands allow. Like, after a while, I just kind of got used to it. I don't really get like wrist or finger pain anymore, no matter like how long I crochet or knit for, because my body's just kind of used to it. However, I know that'll go the other way eventually after doing it for so long. And crocheting can be affordable. It can be expensive. Yarn really, really ranges. But if you want to make like little plushies, like little stuffed animals and stuff, or a hat or scarves, whatever, you can use acrylic yarn that's super cheap. It may not be the most sustainable option, but it is cheap. If you want to get into it, there's some cheap cotton yarn too that's maybe not like the most sustainably sourced, but better than using, synthetic materials. But similar to crocheting, after I was into that for a while, I got into knitting more recently in the last couple months because I wanted to make more sweaters, like more wearable things, and knitting just works a little bit better for that. The stitches are stretchier and more opaque and just like look better in my opinion. I was gonna say it's my current hyperfixation, but I'm kind of moving on from it a little bit. I kind of burnt myself out, as I do with all of my hyperfixations. Oh, did I say I give crocheting 10 out of 10? I give knitting 9 out of 10. It's not that different. A lot of the same perks. However, it is much slower than crocheting, unless you're doing like a single crochet project and then it's like, kill me. Or a slip stitch crochet project. I made a slip stitch mock neck tank top that was all slip stitches. And that took forever. But it was really chunky yarn, so it didn't take like that long, but it was not quick. Maybe I have a picture of that too, because that survived. I was able to wash that, so I kept it. Knitting, I would say it's more calming because it's more repetitive. You don't have to do like, especially if you're working in the round, like right now I'm working on a sweater and I'm working on multiple sweaters to be honest, but one of the sweaters I'm working on, I'm still working on the body of it. So you're just doing the same knit stitch over and over and over and over again. And it's just kind of nice. It's very calming. It's the same thing where I can just like put on a show or a podcast and just hang out, not think about much. Or a lot of the times I'll be on Discord with my friends and I'll like have them stream the game that they're playing to me. And then I just hang out and talk and crochet or knit at the same time. And it's very fun. Or I've had a couple of my friends, they are really into knitting and crocheting too. So we just like get together, watch a show together, talk and knit together. It's very fun. Like, who knew knitting could be such a social thing? Probably all the old ladies ever, but not me. Oh my God. I'm at 15 minutes in and I'm only 3 out of my 23 topics in. Okay, we gotta hurry up or else this is gonna be 2 different episodes. Or this is gonna be 2 hours long and I don't want to edit it if it's 2 hours long. And I only have 2 hours before I have to go to work. The next one, which this was honestly one of my longest lived hyperfixations, was Minecraft in high school. And it was like really intense. I would say debatably the most intense hyperfixation I've ever had. I was playing it like 8 hours a day. Which for some people that are really into video games, that may not be crazy to spend 8 hours a day playing games in total. But like during the summer, my best friend at the time, she would go to her dad's, which was a couple hours away. And so we would just Skype and play Minecraft together. It was so fun. We wouldn't even be like in the same world because that was a long time ago before that was like easy to do. Usually we'd just be like playing our own worlds separately but talking. And so we would do that for hours, which was great because I wasn't doing it on my own. But even if I was, I would like literally watch a YouTube video of someone playing Minecraft on my phone while playing Minecraft on my computer on the shittiest little laptop ever that could like barely run Minecraft, just like vanilla Minecraft. And then I got really into modding Minecraft back when it was like really complicated to do so. Luckily now it's super easy. I got back into Minecraft more recently too. It's not as fun as it used to be because there's just like more things I can be doing. Also because like I've played all my favorite mods. I know that there are plenty of new mods, I'm sure, that have come out in the last more than 10 years since I played last a lot. I could probably look into that and then that'd be more fun. Modern Minecraft, 10 out of 10. Okay, really love it. Endless possibilities, really. I say that like it gets old, but it Depends, because obviously only so many mods are compatible with each other, but you can make different worlds with different mod packs, and it's so fun. I love like the Twilight Forest mod is debatably my favorite. However, I'm not like big into like boss fights and stuff like that. I'm not really good at like the fighting aspect of Minecraft. It's fun. However, I'm more into like the mining, making a big farm, building a pretty house. I'm more into that type of Minecraft. Like, I have never once in the literal, I'm 24, probably 14 years that I've played Minecraft off and on, never once in survival mode actually killed the Ender Dragon. I always cheat. Because I just don't care. That's like not how I play the game. It's not about that for me. I just like, I don't know. And which you would think that because of the way that I play Minecraft, you'd think I'd like Stardew Valley, but Stardew Valley is just not. I tried. It's not it for me. But like Minecraft isn't really it for me either anymore. And vanilla Minecraft is certainly not it for me anymore. I get so bored. I'm like, I'll mine for a couple hours, build a house, and then I'm like, now what? Because also I don't get into like redstone stuff. I don't really understand any of that. It's not interesting to me. I'm not gonna like I have seen people build like the craziest shit. Like when they build like a bunch of automated stuff to get resources. I'm like, why would I do that when I could spend hours mining? That's the fun. That's like the whole part of Minecraft for me. Like, what's the point if you just like automate everything? What do you do? Just sit there and wait? Like, I don't know. Seems boring to me. So vanilla Minecraft, 7 out of 10. I have my appreciation for it. But modded Minecraft, 10 out of 10. I could get back into it anytime. Like a couple months ago, I played pretty regularly, but then I did most of what I could without fighting more difficult bosses, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm done. I just need to look into more mods, really is what I need to do. Back to more artsy things, or creative things, I guess. Crocheting and knitting are really artsy. But drawing and like painting and stuff, I got really into in high school. I thought I was gonna be like an artsy girl. I'll say that like I had potential for skill. Sorry, my hair is pissing me off. I had potential for skill. However, I lack creativity entirely, which is what I love about like crocheting and knitting is usually you're following a pattern. Like, unless you want to make money off of making patterns, you're usually not making up your own thing. You're inspired by something at the very least. There's only so many like new things you can do with that. Versus drawing and painting, the whole point of art like that is making your own thing. And I just like can't do that. I'm not creative. I don't know if I've ever like come up with my own painting or drawing ever. I would just literally copy pictures. I don't know. I'm not creative. I don't have the brain. I think part of it is because I'm one of those people where I can't really see images in my head necessarily, if that makes sense. Like I kind of can. I don't really know if I can. I'm kind of am confused by that. That's a whole other topic. We're gonna move on because now I'm thinking about it too much. So drawing, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I wasn't ever great by any means. I was in high school. I was young. I was doing my best. I loved art class. However, that's another thing is I don't like drawing when I like have to. I like drawing when I wanted to, which is, how I have ADHD. That's really how everything is in my life. But drawing, like art is really like that for me. Like I would hate doing an assignment where I had to draw something. It just made me upset. I'm like, I just don't have the motivation to do this. I don't want to. And then I did try painting a little bit later in high school. And it was fun. Really, I just liked mixing the colors. And like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I like how it feels to like paint a canvas. But again, the creativity part of it, not there. Oh, also with mixing colors, I just like don't really have a great understanding of color theory. I'm not good at it, but it's fun. I like just like seeing what happens. Like I could learn about color theory. I just never have taken the time to really deeply learn about it. Like I was just watching Bryn, I think her name is, on TikTok. She's super big on TikTok. And she does like I don't know what she calls it. Every Monday she lets colored pencils pick her makeup look or whatever. I don't really watch her that often, but I know that because she recently did a video, it popped up on my For You page, where she used face paint to do her makeup, and it was like she like made her own foundation match, and it was perfect. She did it super easily, and I was like, that's crazy. And everyone in the comments agreed. They were like, oh my god, color theory queen. Not me though. Next, which most of the stuff behind me came from this. Decorating my desk. Okay. I would give that a 7 or 8 out of 10. Okay, I love the decorating. Okay, however, it is expensive, and I will spend money that I don't really have on it, to be honest. Okay, like it's not important to have a cute space. It's not. It's not a necessity. It's a luxury. However, you know, even if I didn't necessarily have the money to spend, I did spend it. Okay, so like all this cute stuff behind me. No, granted, a lot of it, most of it, I thrifted or I used like gift cards on. So this last Christmas, I got a bunch of Michael's gift cards because people know that I love knitting and crocheting and stuff. And I used most of those gift cards. Well, one, to buy yarn for presents for next year because I have enough yarn for my own projects right now. And then I used the rest of the gift cards to buy, well, one, organization stuff. I actually got an organization card that was super cute and it was on sale. But I used the rest of it to buy decorating stuff for my desk, like the green rocks that are in these things back here. I think those flowers, but like I thrifted that vase. I thrifted a bunch of other vases. One other one. It was really cute. And like other decorations, honestly, like I used to really only thrift clothes because that was like more of what I was into. But then I was getting into decorating and I was like, wait, thrifting decorations, like why not? Soft fabric stuff? No, if I can't wash it, I'm not gonna thrift it. Mostly just because of like my whole ringworm journey. I just don't trust people. Sorry, can't do it. I would never put myself through that again just so that I can save a few bucks. No. In my notes, I wrote consumerism final boss because that's really what it is. It's just a bunch of unnecessary stuff. But again, if I'm thrifting, I feel better about it. So I'm not just like buying a decoration that got made unsustainably and then it's just going to end up in a landfill eventually. You know, I'm buying secondhand things at least that I can later also give back because they're like higher quality, like nice stuff. Like that's like an actual like glass mason jar. The other vase is really cute, really high quality, like actual like ceramic vase. It's in my bedroom though because I'm too scared my cats are going to knock it off of that because it's pretty easy to knock over because it is heavy but it's like tall, so it's like kind of wobbly. In like my second or third year of college, height of mental illness issues, okay, I really got into poetry books, like reading poetry. And, you know, it was fun. It was good for me at the time because it made me think about my emotions and process a lot of stuff. You know, it wasn't very expensive. Like, compared to other types of books, poetry books are usually pretty cheap. Granted, they are usually shorter. They're not that expensive. I did get a lot of them though, but it's fine. Oh, and it was satisfying because they're fairly quick reads because they are shorter, and it was more like satisfying. Like I was like, oh yeah, I read 10 books this week because they're all poetry books. And it was a better, you know, hobby than drinking per se. So I'd give it a 9 out of 10 because like not very bad. Really just docking a point because I was at a bad place mentally. Poetry books just remind me of being very sad. Like I kept all of them, but when I look at them, I'm just like, the girl that read those was in a bad place. At the same time, I got weirdly into collecting really big stuffed animals, like the huge ones you can buy from like Walmart and stuff during the holidays usually is where I got them. And just like, it was just really unnecessary. They're not even that expensive. Usually they were on sale for like $30. But why do I need them? I don't. At one point I had 3 or 4 of them, and then also smaller stuffed animals too. Did have to eventually throw them all away because of ringworm. Once again, RIP so many of my belongings. Yeah, I don't know. 7 out of 10. Cute, fun, not harmful, but just like unnecessary. Kind of weird. Like I was like 21. Why am I collecting stuffed animals? But not even like, this was around the time that Squishmallows got really big. I never got into those. Those are more expensive, but a great texture. I had one that I got for a Christmas present. I was like, slay. And the next thing is wanting to be a streamer. Okay, I tried to be a streamer for a month and a half. Did not last very long because I kind of flopped. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It gets a lower rating because I did spend money on equipment to stream and then I flopped really hard, and I spent a lot of time too, like hours and hours and hours. I wasn't like streaming for 4 hours straight, but I was streaming for like 2 hours straight, like every day, because I was unemployed or working like 1 day a week at the time. And I was really bored, which it did give me something. Maybe I should give it a 7 out of 10 because it gave me something to do. And if there was like a couple people watching, it gave me some people to talk to. I was playing games sometimes. Sometimes I was like taking notes. Sometimes I was knitting, whatever. I did a bunch of different stuff because I got tired of playing games eventually, which was like another reason why I rated it kind of low, is because it kind of burnt me out on playing games because I felt like I had to when I wanted to stream. Because I don't know. I like sitting down and yapping, but then it's hard because you have to like be on all the time when you're streaming, obviously, versus when I'm sitting down and recording a video like this, I can pause whenever I want to. I can get up, take a break in the middle of it, doesn't matter. I can re-say things if I feel like I said them wrong, because I do stumble over my words a lot. Okay. And I just feel like I'm not entertaining enough to be a streamer. Like my brain, I think too much about what I say before I say it, which is a good thing because I used to not do that and I was, just impulsive as a person, more impulsive. I'm not, perfect now. However, I don't know. I take too many pauses when I speak too slow. I'm just not entertaining enough. And I'm not good at playing games too. That's the important part. I'm not good at video games because growing up, the only games I ever played was like Roblox and Minecraft. And I built no skills off of that. And I played it on a shitty little laptop. Like, there's nothing there. Not good at games. So who wants to watch someone who's bad at games and no one knows and has like no personality play games? Nobody, sorry. So like maybe later I'll occasionally stream because like I did enjoy it. It was fun. It's easier than sitting down talking for hours and then editing it for hours, and then posting it and stuff. It's easier than that. I don't think it's for me. Okay. On the same page, kind of what I'm doing now is wanting to be just like generally a creator, making videos, TikTok, stuff like that. I've gotten, obviously, as I'm here now, more into long form like YouTube content, which I enjoy making more because like I said, like I can take pauses and breaks and edit to make it look more entertaining. And I have figured out I enjoy the editing process when I'm in the mood to do it, I should say, which it's not all the time. And I'm not like good at editing yet because I've never done it before the last couple months. And I've really only gotten into like fairly simple things, but I'm improving all the time. I'm working on it and I enjoy it. It's fun to do. It's like, it's part of it. I enjoy it. Hi, buddy. You want to come back here and cuddle again? I would give trying to be an influencer an 8 out of 10, okay? Because like, it's not going well so far. I'm definitely not taking off. It's been a few months and I'm not even at 100 followers or subscribers on anything, okay? I'm trying, but I'm also not like good at TikTok, I would say. I used to be more on TikTok, like consuming content on TikTok a couple years ago. I'm not really as big into short form content anymore. I prefer to sit down and watch a long form video. Like I'd rather watch a 2.5 hour Trisha podcast than scroll through TikTok. Because then also I can do something at the same time. So I don't just feel like I'm like brain rot. Like I can like knit or whatever while I'm watching it. So I feel like because I don't consume as much short form content, I don't really know how to make short form content. And again, I don't really think that I'm that entertaining. So it's hard for me to be like, oh, this 7-second clip of me is really entertaining. It's probably not. Probably isn't. They flop pretty hard, I will say. Not as hard as my long form videos flop, okay? I'll say that. They flop harder. And they are more effort. But I like filming them more. So it's fine. Totally fine. Part of it, I would say at least one of the points is deducted because it is expensive. I have invested some money into like filming equipment and editing software and stuff like that and seen no return from it. Okay, I've made not a single dollar. I don't know if I will ever make a single dollar off of this. So like I'm trying. I'm doing what I can. I'm not going to say my best. I'm doing what I can. I'm trying harder though. Now that I'm living alone and I have more time I have more time, kind of. I'm going to be going back to work full time again here, like literally next week. But I'm going to devote time to doing this and try to see where it goes. I might need to take a break and eat breakfast because I feel not great right now. Oh my gosh. So, as you can see, I'm in a different shirt and I'm wearing shorts because I've been hot, cold, and we have an addition to the background, okay? So I'm not feeling great today. I was supposed to go to work at 11. It's 11:23 because I'm not going to give any details, but I cannot go to work. I can't. So I had to call out, which is fine because it was just a training shift. But I went to Target to get some medication because I didn't have any that I needed here. So I also picked up cute decorations because I don't know, I just felt like maybe it's too much with like this plant to, I don't know. I just wanted it to be less boring. It felt so boring before. So yeah, I'm here and I'm back. Someone's driving by. My window's open because it's nice and cool outside. And like I said, I've been hot, cold, hot, cold. So I'm probably going to be blanket on, blanket off. I can't decide. That's why I'm wearing like a loose shirt and shorts now. Because I was in a tank top before, but it was like thick. So like surprisingly not very cool. And I didn't want it tight on my tummy. So hopefully I can make it through the rest of this. I was going to say fairly quickly, but we're only halfway through and I recorded for 40 minutes earlier. So we'll see. I don't know. Most of these are older. So this is going to be a lot more editing and inserting pictures and stuff. I'm going to try to like do a good job of that. But I also might think of more things as I gap, but I haven't yet. Well, except now I guess I really could say my current hyperfixation is this, decorating this space to make it look pretty. But now I think hopefully I'm done unless I feel not satisfied by this and I hate how it looks when I'm editing it. We'll see. So where I left off, I can't really do a smooth transition. Okay, we're just gonna go to the next one. The next one, well, okay, I'll do penny boarding first because that's where I started off. This was like right before everything shut down for COVID, like kind of when like the first cases were appearing in the US and everyone was like, what's going on? I decided I wanted to do something that I could like spend time outside and not have to see other people and stuff. So went to Walmart with my high school bestie and we got penny boards, which I didn't even know were a thing. I don't know how she discovered them, to be honest. We each got one and we tried together because this was like pre-quarantine, like very soon before, but no one was like, we didn't know how serious to take it yet. So we tried for like hours and I picked it up like kind of quickly. No, I'll just say I got it eventually and I really liked it, but it's like so teeny tiny. It's a lot of work. It's just like, I say it's a lot of work. It's more exercise. It's harder than longboarding, okay? Which is what I got into later. So I'm gonna give penny boarding 6 out of 10. It was pretty cheap. The penny board was like 30 bucks, maybe. And it introduced me to longboarding. And then when I went to longboarding after, which is a 10 out of 10, okay? Longboarding, love it. Don't do it as much anymore. I really should get back into it because it's a really good way to exercise and spend time outside. Yeah, I really love it. And I am right by a park now, so I could. This is Emil. Oh no, you can't see him. Never mind. You can see the blanket, but he's down by my feet again. So is Remy, but she's walking around. She's making me nervous. Longboarding I like more because it's easier because I just like to like cruise. You know, that's why I don't skateboard. I'm not into like the tricks and shit. That's too much. I don't like getting hurt. It's scary to me, okay? So I just like longboarding where I can just like, I would just longboard for like miles, just hours. And it was so fun and just got to spend time outside. And even if it's hot out, you get like a nice cool breeze because you're moving fairly fast. Like it's a really good time. And, you know, post COVID quarantine is when I got into longboarding rather than pennyboarding. It was me and a couple friends that were really into it. So we would always go together, which was really fun because then it was like time together and time outside and exercise all at the same time. Like honestly, it's really good hobby. And it was like really good time to think too because, well, sometimes I'd listen to music and then sometimes I would just like be with my thoughts the whole time. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for longboarding. I really, really need to get back into that. And now that it's getting warm outside, hopefully I can do that. But obviously it's not a year-round hobby, which kind of sucks. Well, it's not a year-round hobby where I am because we actually have seasons. And you know, you can't longboard with ice on the ground. You just can't. Oh, another more recent one. I guess I lied. Some of these are more recent. Is I have been getting into doing my own lash extensions, like lash clusters. Extensions is a stretch. You know, it's not like the individual ones, but it's lash clusters that I get on Amazon because the ones from the store just aren't very good. I'll say that. I've tried. They're not very good. So I get ones off of Amazon. It's definitely way cheaper than actually getting eyelash extensions done. I've never actually gotten them done because I've never been able to afford it. But this is way cheaper. I can get a whole pack that lasts me like a month for $6, and then a tube of the Bond and Seal that lasts me like a couple months for like $10, you know? So it's super cheap, and I like it. It's just a little extra because I used to, when I don't know, for a couple years I was a lot less into makeup, like during college. I just didn't really have time to do it. And so if I did do my makeup, I would just do mascara and my eyebrows. And now I dye my eyebrows and I put on eyelash extensions, so I feel put together like every day. And if I want to do makeup, I can just do like base stuff, and I have my eyebrows and my eyelashes done most of the time. My eyebrows I haven't dyed in a minute because now I have lighter hair. For a while I had black hair, and so I kind of had to dye them because this is closer to my natural color, and it looked silly. I looked like I had no eyebrows. I looked bald. Now I haven't been dyeing them. I need to re-dye them, honestly. It would look a little bit better, but I've been busy moving and stuff. But yeah, eyelash extensions, 10 out of 10. And I've gotten much better at them. I think I'm pretty good. When I first started, it was like, but also I was using the ones from the store that aren't good. So it was hard. Like I was using bad bond, bad eyelashes, and I wasn't very good at it yet. So it was just like rough. I look back at pictures and I thought I was slaying. I was not slaying. I think I'm slaying now, I hope. And I also think that I haven't gone to the point of lash blindness where I have like caterpillars on my eyes and I look fucking ridiculous. I don't think I'm there. Hopefully I never get there. More DIY stuff that I used to really like to do. Well, I still do, but not as much. I dye my own hair, I guess I should say. I dye and cut my own hair. I have since high school, like basically since I could. Because I mean, I would love to go get it done. I just can't afford to. And I like to dye my hair, and I like to do fun haircuts and stuff all the time. Like I would be spending a lot of money with how often I used to change my hair color and how often I used to cut my hair. For a couple years in college, I had like crazy hair colors. Like I had like purple for a while. I had like a magenta, bright red. I tried to do blue once. It did not work. So I never actually had blue hair. I had pink. I had the like money piece things in the front. I did them blonde, pink, and purple. The pink slate, honestly, the pink was my favorite because that's when I had hair that was like longer than this. The rest of my hair was black, and then I had the pink strands in the front. Loved. I also loved the blonde, but the blonde was hard to keep up because it was also the rest of my hair was dyed black, and then I just had the blonde strands, so it was really hard to like wash them without having the black bleed into the blonde. And honestly, that was my least favorite part of having fun, colorful hair, was showering with cold water, like all the time, like always having to wash my hair with cold water, or else the color would fade so fast. Because also my hair was so porous because I was bleaching it all the time. My hair, I destroyed it. So that's why I gotta give dyeing my hair fun colors a 7 out of 10. Because like it was cute. It was a fun phase. I'm glad I got it out during college because now I'm just like, well, one, I don't want to keep up with it because you have to re-dye your hair so much. Oh my God. Like I saved money because I did it myself. But if I would have not dyed my hair, I would have saved a lot more money. Like it was still kind of expensive because I was re-dyeing my hair literally once a month. Because you have to when you're using like semi-permanent color. It only lasts so long. And also it gets like points deducted because during this time I was mentally unwell. And so I just kind of associate me with fun colored hair with being mentally unwell. So I'm like, I look a little bit more sane now. And you know what? I don't judge other people that have fun colored hair. That's not how I view them. That's just how I view myself. Because I know that like, that was one of my impulsive decisions I made frequently, was just dyeing my hair in the middle of the night. I just had like a stash of hair color and stuff, like hair color and bleach at home. And then I would just dye it whenever I wanted to. And it didn't always look good. Okay. It always looked good enough. But I'm not going to say it was like salon quality. Okay. But it was fine. The purple slayed, but it was usually patchy because it's really purple's hard. It was like a light purple. It was like a lavender. Beautiful. I don't know if it really suited me. The hair, like separate from me, was cute, but I don't know. And then I would go back and forth, black to red to black to red, basically for a couple years. And then just a couple months ago, I was like, I'm tired of dyeing my hair all the time because I have been dyeing my hair since like 7th grade. How old was I in 7th grade? What, 13? I've been dyeing my hair. Wow, that's crazy. Literally like nonstop for over 10 years. That's nuts. So like I was tired of it, and then I wanted to grow my hair out long again, which is hard to do when you're dyeing it and damaging it all the time. So I decided I was going to try to go back to my natural-ish color. This isn't quite my natural color, but it's the best I could do at home, trying to get layers and layers of black hair dye out of my hair. So anyways, I'm glad that phase is over. Okay, we loved her while she was here. I'll put in a bunch of pictures while I'm talking about it, hopefully, of my different hair colors if I can find them, because there was a lot. And I did love them. I really loved like the red and stuff. And maybe like, I think the only color I would do, I don't know. I really found out that I really like red on me and black and brown. I don't really think I really like any other hair colors on me that much. I tried blonde once, but I did it myself, like I said. And it was not the right tone of blonde and shade of blonde for me, I don't think. And it wasn't like, I don't know, it was fine. And it doesn't help that my hair was at an awkward length, and I wasn't very good at styling it at the time either. So it was like quadruple whammy, you know, like it was a recipe for bad. And like my style at the time, it was like 2018, I want to say. It just wasn't good. I don't even know if I want to insert a picture of me blonde, because it's just like, yikes. Like objectively, I did a fairly good job getting it even, and because I think at that point my hair was like, I had dyed it brown, but it was all one color, and it was just like a medium brown, and so bleaching it was pretty easy, and at least I like toned it. I just think that it wasn't right for me. I think neutral to warmer colors look better on me, not as much cool toned colors. So like I did purple, like when I did purple in the strands in the front, I wasn't a fan of that. I was a very, very cool toned, like vivid purple, and I really didn't like it. I don't know, I just wasn't a fan. I like warmer colors. I mean, as you can, the greens, the yellows, the oranges, obviously. Anyways, now that I've talked about my hair for 20 minutes. Oh my god, I was making a point, wasn't I? Oh, my point was, I think if I was to do colors again, like if I don't just like let my hair grow out its natural color, which I kind of can't. I've toned this shit. When I first bleached my hair and dyed it this last time around, it was like red, which it was cute. I did like it. It was honestly a really cute red color, but it was red, and I was going like, my natural color is very cool. Well, it's like, it's a cool tone brown, very light brown, and then in the sun it like gets like a warm honey blonde color. Maybe I can insert a picture of that if I can find one from. At one point in high school, I had like mostly my natural hair color because I was just doing box dye, and so I'd do like a medium brown, and then it would wash out, and then it would be like my natural color kind of for a while. So like for my senior year pictures, honestly, slay. My hair was so pretty. I wish I could get that hair again because it was like mostly my natural color, and it was my natural color enough to where like, because it was in the summer, like I was like almost blonde because I spent so much time outside, and it was like, I don't know, it was so pretty. It was longer, it was like all the way down to here, and super healthy because I had been growing it out for years. Like I miss it. That's why I'm trying to grow my hair out again. It hasn't been that long. Literally since my senior year of high school, my hair's been short all of college. It just like, I was dyeing it too much. I couldn't grow it out. It was falling off. I don't even know if I finished my thoughts still. I would do like a natural auburn ginger, like natural ginger type of color. I would do a brown, any brown, or like a neutral black. I don't love a blue black. I tried to do that once, and then it washed out super blue and looked not good. Because like I said, I don't like cool tones on me. So like, it basically, I guess I kind of did have blue hair at one point, but it did not look good. I did not like it. I dyed that really quick. And also, I think I didn't finish my thought about, oh, I got blue shampoo and conditioner because that's supposed to be good for, I didn't even know it was a thing. I've heard of like purple conditioner and purple shampoo for blonde hair to tone that. But apparently they also make blue shampoo and conditioner for brown hair to get orange out, because my hair was pretty orangey. Definitely orange, red undertones. And so now it's more of like a warm brown, less of a red. It was pretty red. I'll put a picture in if there's a good one that really shows it. We'll see. I don't know. Also, one of my high school best friends is a hairdresser now, and she offered, not for free, but like I would just pay for the product and like tip her. But I don't have to pay for like the service for her to dye my hair probably, which is so slay. We love her, but she knows that I'm broke as hell. So, oh, during the same kind of era, in late high school, early college, I love to do little photo shoots with my friends. There's just one friend that I did this with usually, because she also like, she's a big picture girl. She's more into taking the pictures and I'm more into getting pictures taken of me because I'm selfish, I guess. Conceited, I don't know, whatever the word you want to use is. I just like it. I'm like, I love to do a little pose, you know? I'm not good with cameras. I don't like understand angles and stuff like that, but I like the aesthetic and like trying to make it look cute. I like the setup, but I'm not good at taking pictures and stuff. Like that's why there's no like aesthetic B-roll in my videos because I don't understand like videography and photography and stuff. I don't know, I'm not good at it. But my bestie at the time, she was very good at it. She like knew angles and whatever that the 1/3 rule, which I only remembered was a thing because on my camera I can set up a grid on the viewfinder and you can do different types of grids, and this is like the 1/3 rule grid is what it's called. And I was like, I don't remember what that is. Maybe I should look it up and then I could make this shot look better. I need to figure out what it is now. Hold on. The rule of thirds, okay, so maybe I said that wrong, is a fundamental photography composition guideline that divides an image into 9 equal parts using two horizontal and 2 vertical lines, placing key subjects or elements along these lines or at their 4 intersection points to create a more balanced, engaging, and less static photo. So yeah, my face is right in the middle, right? Like in the, I don't know. I guess you guys let me know. Maybe I shouldn't have like Dr. Bear over here. Maybe Dr. Bear should be like behind me or something. Maybe I should. But Dr. Bear has to be here. He's my co-host. Like I said, anyways, my point was that I'm not the photographer, but I had lots of fun little pictures I can probably insert as I'm yappity yapping about absolutely nothing. Speaking of early college and late high school, I am, I forgot to rate it. 9 out of 10. Photo shoots with my friends, 9 out of 10. It was fun. Honestly, you know what? 10 out of 10. It was a good time. I don't do it anymore because I'm not friends with that girl that we used to do it all the time together. I'm not friends with her anymore. And I also just like got really busy with college. In the last couple years, like we really only did it like the first year of college and the last 2 years of high school. I also lack more self-confidence now. But I don't have friends that are big pictures people. My boyfriend's not a big picture person. Like, I'm just not surrounded with people that care about pictures that much, and I don't care enough to go do it by myself. That makes me like feel uncomfortable. Wish that I could do that more again because it's fun. It's just like it's a fun like hangout activity. Like, and then you have cute pictures out of it. Like, why not? No harm, no foul. And I already have a good camera, or we always just used our phones, and the pictures came out good enough. Okay, so what I was going to move on to. That I did my last year of high school and early college, which was like crazy because I was young. But I really liked to go to the bars downtown in the city that was near where I grew up, which was like an hour away. Like, so I was driving a bit to get there, but I had friends up here so I could like stay with them afterwards, but to get there, you know? Well, then obviously in college, it's like, was fine. It was just in the college town. But in high school, kind of nuts that I did that. But I would just stay with my friends because they were in college and I was in high school because they were a year older than me. 1 out of 10. Okay. Actually, no, I'll give it a 1. I was going to say 0, but like 1 out of 10 because like I had fun in the moment most of the time, but definitely not a healthy habit. A lot of money, irresponsible. Yeah, I don't know. It was not the best for me. Not healthy, like for my body or my mind. But it was my social life, really. It was a social thing. And like, I wasn't even always like drinking, really. I mean, I did usually, but I wasn't always. A lot of it was just like going out and like being in the environment and being with my friends. Yeah, 1 out of 10. Just because overall not great for me. And it like kind of led me down a not so great path for a while, especially like mental health. It really made my mental health decline. So moving on, I'm done with that phase of my life. And I get into, I want to say it was kind of like later in my first year of college. I was still working at American Eagle. And so I had a great discount on clothes. So that's like where it all started. My obsession with buying clothes, my shopping addiction, perhaps, you could say. Working at a clothing store and getting a good discount on clothes kind of started the beginning of a long, still to this day, era. So 5 years have gone by. Well, 6 years have gone by probably because 5 years since I quit American Eagle. And it was like the last year that I worked there because I was making more money and I was living on my own so I could like bring home whatever I wanted whenever I wanted, and I didn't have to feel guilty about like spending my money, which is my money that I was earning, so like whatever. However, I didn't really have the money to spend because I was making nothing. But anyways, not my point. Okay, overall, before I forget, I'm gonna give buying clothes a 6 out of 10, like my clothing obsession overall, because it's just been really expensive. However, it is really fun, and it makes me feel better about my body in the way where it's like I like to find clothes that fit and like complement like my figure, you know? Like I like to feel good in the clothes that I'm wearing, and sometimes that's hard to find, especially as my body has changed in my 20s. That's the hard part too. Part of it is really expensive because I had a really good collection of clothing because I hadn't gained weight from like, and I've been the same height too. So I've been the same height and weight from like my freshman year of high school to my junior year of college, which is crazy. I was around the same weight. It fluctuated a little bit, but enough to where I could wear the same clothes pretty much. Well, I would say like all of high school, and then I gained just enough weight, and then like more puberty happened, so my body changed shape a little bit, and then I kind of had like restart. But at that point, my fashion sense, my style was changing enough to where I was getting a whole new wardrobe anyways, really. I got rid of all my American Eagle stuff pretty quick. I'll be real. I moved on to other things. But it was really expensive, and then I got a really good wardrobe, honestly, by my sophomore and junior year of college. I had a nice collection of clothes that I really liked and fit me really well. And then I got in a happy relationship and gained relationship weight. And literally like none of my clothes fit me except for like some shirts. Like loose and stretchy shirts fit me. But like even my like bra size went up, so a lot of like tank tops and stuff like that didn't fit me anymore. None of my bottoms fit me at all. Leggings to shorts to jeans, nothing. I had to get all new everything. Like, which was expensive, and also why I'm on a journey to try and lose weight. Okay. But that's not the point of this. So in this there are subsets, okay? So I had a funky pants era, which was pre-gaining weight. That was like, I'd say the height of that was my sophomore year of college. And that's when I was working full-time at my server job, and I could wear fun pants. And so I got a lot of compliments on my fun pants when I would wear them by like my coworkers and tables, and just like also when I'd like wear them out. But I didn't really leave the house that much except for work. So it was mostly compliments at work. But I'll see if I can find any pictures of some of my fun pants. They're funky. I would never wear them now. This is also when I had fun colored hair. So like it kind of made sense. Like I was just kind of like, my style was more colorful and fun and more patterns, and I'm boring now. That's okay. It's simple. I can mix and match most things in my wardrobe. I'm getting back more into color now though, because for a minute I was like neutrals only. When I had red hair, I was like neutrals and like green. That's literally my whole wardrobe. And then I dyed my hair black, and I was like, oh my god, I can wear like any color I want now. And it doesn't clash with my hair. I love that. Because my hair was also like not like a natural red color that goes with more things. It was like a bright red. And that, you know, limited what I was comfortable wearing. Like I didn't wear red or orange or yellow. Like I wore like green and blue, and yeah, neutral colors, neutral tones. Anyways, I would give my funky pants a 10 out of 10. They were giving. I wouldn't wear them now. Like I said, I'm kind of boring now. I like plain, like not ripped jeans, medium wash, or black. Like I'm really boring. I wear a lot of just like loungewear now, which honestly my next clothing and my current clothing era, hyperfixation era I should say, was athletic clothes, which was mostly shorts and leggings, because I had a good like collection of tank tops that I could keep because they were like stretchy enough, and they had a built-in bra, so it was like I could make it work. I had some of those because you only really need, I don't know, basics in those. I think I prefer, as you can see literally right now, I prefer like colored bottoms and then like a basic top. I think is easier to match, or one or the other. I'm branching out in my colors in my tops right now, honestly. But like once I find one like type of tank top from a place, usually they have a bunch of colors and it's easy to find, versus in bottoms I think sometimes it's like they only have a few colors, and then it's like, okay, well, I liked that kind, but like whatever. I also am just more picky about the way the bottom half of my body looks than the way the top half of my body looks. So maybe that's my obsession with like the shorts and the leggings aspect of it. For that, I'm gonna say, well, I wrote down 9 out of 10, but I think I would give it like an 8 out of 10 because I do get a little excessive with it. Okay, that's the thing. Is it's hard for me to do things in moderation. I'm very impulsive, and like I said, hyperfixation. I get really into it. And I'm like, oh, I really like this type of short right now. I'm gonna get it in every color they have available. That's just unnecessary. It's really not necessary. I have a collection of athletic bottoms. It's a lot. Like, I had my old high school friend over the other day, and I showed her my closet because I have a really big walk-in closet, which is so nice. And it's not, it's like half full. There's a lot of empty space in there. And she was like, wow, you have a lot of clothes. And I was like, oh, calling me out. This is true. Maybe I should get rid of some of them. But I've gone in so many cycles, and like I said, I gained a bunch of weight. And so I had to buy new of everything of that too, which luckily it's while I was gaining weight that I was getting into the athletic bottoms. And so it's enough to where I'm in the same size because I've gone up like a small enough amount of weight to where I'm like, before I was like between an extra small and a small, and now I'm between a small and a medium, so I can still make the smalls work. They're just like a little bit tighter, which is fine because I like the compression, honestly. Like it feels like a nice hug. And maybe that's the little bit of tism in me, but I like it. I don't know. So 8 out of 10. Oh, another point is that it also, getting new athletic wear gives me like revived motivation to work out because I'm like, oh, well, I need to wear this. And sorry, my cat ripped the foam cover off of this mic and dragged it around on the ground and bit it. So now there's chunks missing out of it and fur on it. So just like, if you can see that, I'm sorry. But I keep seeing the hair and it's driving me nuts. Okay. So it gave me more motivation to work out because I'm like, I have this new cute outfit I want to put on, and I don't just want to like wear it around the house. You know, I want to like put it to use. It's like workout clothes, like gym wear. I need to go to the gym. And you know what? I'll take it. Even if that like doesn't necessarily make sense, I was going to take whatever motivation I had to use it to go to the gym. I just, got to make the most of what you got. Oh, just a little random one. This was a super short-lived little hyperfixation, was raccoon memes. Specifically on Instagram was really the only place I saw them. Like, they were never on TikTok or anything, but they were on Instagram, all over Instagram, raccoon memes, to the point where like all of my friends would send me every raccoon meme that they saw because that was like my thing. Why? I have literally no idea. Raccoons are cute. And I think the memes are just cute. Maybe I bet I have a bunch in my camera roll that I can find and put in here because I was like obsessed for like literally a month or two, maybe. Like it was very, very short lived, but I loved them. They're cute, harmless, funny, like 10 out of 10. I have nothing else to say. Last one I thought of. I'm like, this has been a slowly dying out hyperfixation. It started off really, really strong in college and then it kind of died down. It's finding the best pens, which is like apparently not as popular as I thought it would be because I was always like searching up on TikTok and online and stuff like what is like the best like black pen, what's the best yellow pen. Like I'll buy one, like the yellow pen thing was hard. I'm not going to go on about it because literally no one cares. That's kind of my whole point, is that like this is not a very popular thing. Like all of the TikToks that I saw about like what the best black pens were, which was like the most common one, easiest to find, was like over the course of like the last 4 years is what all the ones that would pop up when I'd search it, because no one's just like making videos about this. Which is why like literally like I was always care too much about stationery stuff, okay? And at this point I have my favorite pens, I have my favorite paper, I have my favorite binders and stuff like that, like my favorite highlighters, all of that, okay? I figured it all out because it's been the last 2 years that I've really dove into this. I've spent like honestly, pens aren't very expensive. It's just like a stupid amount of money to spend on pens when like I already have pens that work. I just like wanted other pens that maybe worked better or worked equally the same, but like are also really good. I don't know. It was just like a silly hyperfixation. I still have pens like on like my wish list on Amazon that I'm like, I never got to try these and they're really cute and I heard good things about them, or I don't even know if they're good. They're just really cute and I want to try them. And I want like the best colored pens. I want the best black pens. I want the best highlighters, mostly because I took handwritten notes in college. Like, and I wanted my notes to be very pretty. That's what it all started, is I wanted like really aesthetic notes. And I was like, well, if I have good pens, then my notes will be pretty. I also need good handwriting to have that too, which I literally like, oh my God, that was another hyperfixation that went hand in hand with the pens, was trying to have good handwriting. Honestly, I improved my handwriting if I slow down and try. However, I wonder if I can find an example in here. Like literally, I'll show you my notes for this video. Oops. As you can see, it's like kind of, it's fine, it's legible, but it's like not aesthetic. And maybe I'll find because this is just like my random notes notebook, so I don't really have any like pretty handwriting in here, but I'll probably insert, I have a bunch of pictures of my notes that are like aesthetic, I think, that I can insert. Yeah, getting like good handwriting, like I like was looking up, I was like, how to have better handwriting, like handwriting practice sheets and whatever. I'm like, girl, you are 22, why are you doing this? This is crazy. Like, you should be studying, not worrying about how good your notes look. You should be worrying about the content you're writing down. But you know what? If a new set of pens made me motivated to study more, so be it. You know what? It worked. It got me through college. I'm here now. Okay, it's fine. We figured it out. But I have like an absurd amount of pens. Like down here under my desk, I have a whole thing that's like, with literally, let me count actually. It has 12 drawers. They're like this big and deep enough to lay the pens down flat, all completely filled to the brim with pens or highlighters or markers. Every single one. Like, it's insane. And then I also have a whole like spinning pencil pen holder thing that's also completely filled. It's ridiculous. Like, it's actually ridiculous how many pens I have, because I'm not just gonna like throw them away just because I don't like them. Oh, and I have a whole pencil case of pens that I don't like that I use for serving, because if people steal them, I don't care because I don't like them. Like, it's ridiculous. It actually is crazy. And I've given away pens too, actually. Like when I left my server job that I'm now back to, when I left before, after I graduated, I got rid of a bunch of my pens that I never used and I don't think I'd ever use again, especially since I was graduating. I just like left them at my server job because, you know, they disappear. Pens disappear so quick in a restaurant. You can bring in 100 and in a week they're like all gone. I don't know how that happens, but it does. So yeah, I brought in like a whole pencil case of pens and yeah, they were gone like immediately. But like, I didn't need them. I don't know. They break, they get stolen, they get lost, they get thrown away on accident, whatever. It happens. At least I had somewhere to go. But I am like, maybe, honestly, this is a stupid idea and I don't know if anyone would watch it, but what if what if I made one of these episodes so ridiculously stupid that no one will watch it extra, like I'll get 0 views on it, and I just talk about all my favorite pens. Not all my favorite pens, but like every pen I've ever tried. I could literally talk about it for a whole hour. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's, especially if I want to do like little like insert like B-roll of me using the pens. Girl, that could be a long video. Oh, did I actually rate it yet? I'm gonna give it I was gonna say 5 out of 10, but honestly 7 out of 10. Harmless hyperfixation minus the money I spent on it. Otherwise, completely harmless. It was fun. It let me be a little bit creative and it gave me study motivation. So like, motivation to do homework, I needed that. Now I have a huge collection of pens for fun, to like draw and journal and stuff. So like, whatever. I don't draw. I don't know why I said that, but journal. I do like to journal. And sometimes I just like am a nerd. That's cringy to say. Sometimes I just take notes for fun. Like I go back, hello? I go back to like my old college notes and stuff, and I like to revise them and also just like do a refresh because I don't want to forget everything I learned since I'm not using it right now, just in case, you know, I eventually hopefully find a job that's actually in my career path. Who knows? That's all I had. Now that I've talked for, oh my god, 50 minutes again, it's gonna be an hour and a half long. No, it'll be an hour like in 15, honestly, when I edit it down, so it'll be fine. It'll be a lot to edit, but it's okay. I was gonna say, I was like, how do I only have 30 minutes left on my SD card? It's because I've been talking for an hour and a half. Okay, so before I make anything else for me to edit, I'm gonna go. It was a good 3rd episode. This is actually the 4th one I filmed. because of the mic fiasco that happened that you'll learn about next week because I complained about it because I had to re-record 2 of these. And this is... So I had to re-record this one and then the next one that'll come out. I re-recorded the next one that'll come out first because that was the one I'd done most recently, so it was like fresh on my mind. So this one technically... Okay, so I actually... Let me be clear, because I rambled a lot in this, and you could obviously tell I wasn't like... I didn't think this through a lot. So this is not the topic that I was going to do for this episode. I wasn't going to do like this. The third one was going to be different. I was going to make it about being besties with someone that's very mentally ill and doesn't want to help herself, okay? But it was kind of it wasn't a heavy video, but it was like heavy to make. I had to like, it's a lot of stuff. Like I literally have like friend trauma low-key from that friendship. And so it was kind of a lot to like think about and talk about for a while, to kind of like rehash some stuff that's still kind of fresh. I filmed it once, audio didn't work, so I didn't want to film it again. So I decided to do this, which is a little bit more lighthearted. So maybe in a couple weeks, I will revisit the terrible friendship idea because I have it all lined out. I talked for almost an hour about it. Like I have a lot to say, but I didn't want to go down that again. I didn't want to deal with it because I'm just too... It was too much. I didn't want to do it. I want to do something more silly. So I did this. Super silly. Wow. Kill me. Kill me now. Okay, anyways, goodbye. I will see you next week for the 4th. I feel weird calling it an episode. It feels cringy and gross. The 4th installment of the KR couch, which stands for yeah, no, is short for... I don't fucking know. I'm so tired and I don't feel good. So my brain's just like not working. It's short for Kebum Rem, the Kebum Rem couch, the KR couch, okay? Because my kitties are usually with me. As you can see, the Rem is behind me and the Kebum is in front of me, but you can't see him. But you can see her back there. She's probably going to try to eat those plants as soon as I turn the camera off. Ornery little girl. Anyways, I will see you next week or on Tuesday, if you want to watch whatever random thing I do next. Okay, goodbye.